chosen ones, stop scrolling immediately. I am not asking you to listen today. I am warning you. Do not dare swipe away from this message. What I am about to expose was sealed in the courts of heaven until this exact second. You are standing at the edge of a massive financial shift. But the enemy has set a dangerous trap for you in the next 72 hours. He cannot stop the provision from landing in your hands, so he hopes you will sabotage it by talking to the wrong people. Lock your attention on my voice right now. You have been walking through a season of profound isolation. You watched doors close and felt like your prayers were hitting a brass ceiling. That heavy tiredness in your bones is not medical anxiety. It is intense spiritual warfare. Your spirit has been working overtime to shield your energy from toxic environments. Heaven had to isolate you to protect your inner architecture from counterfeit lights. You are the generational cycle breaker. You are the watchman heaven assigned to protect your family line. The years alone were never a punishment. They were a divine crucible designed to prepare your nervous system for the weight of glory. You had to learn how to survive the quiet moments. You had to see who would stand by you when you had nothing to offer them. The silence was painful, but it revealed the true motives of everyone around you. Now the long season of waiting is finally over. The financial breakthrough you have been crying out for is already in motion. Heaven is dispatching angels to clear the path for your unexpected abundance. The enemy is absolutely terrified right now. He knows your season of hidden preparation is officially closing forever. Your season of public elevation is activating in the unseen realm. Take a deep breath and really hear this next truth. Do not let your mind wander away. Your obedience in this moment is crucial for your destiny. When the money comes from God, you must keep quiet. You must stay exceptionally wise and protect your newfound peace. Do not run and tell the people who abandoned you in your darkest hours. The enemy will send familiar faces back just to drain your new resources. If you feel a massive shift in your spirit right now, type 777 in the comments below. Do this as a physical sign of your agreement with heaven. You are stepping into your highest divine authority today. But there is a hidden reason you still feel completely drained. You might wonder why you still wake up with a heavy mental fog despite this good news. The world tells you to just work harder and push through the daily fatigue. That is a manipulative lie from the enemy. Your mind is cloudy because your original frequency has been deliberately suppressed by this toxic society. The noise of this earthly realm is heavy. It is designed to keep you trapped in a constant state of stress and fear. Your spiritual antenna is blocked by survival mode. You were born with a brilliant mind and a deep intuition, but the heavy burdens you carried for others have slowly dialed down your natural power. Heaven sees your exhaustion and knows you cannot fulfill your mission while empty. You need a physical anchor to help you shift the atmosphere. You need something to pull your nervous system out of that chaotic vibration. Let me be completely direct with you about what is coming next. I am naming this early because I do not want mystery for sale. I want you to know the tool exists right now so you can decide whether to stay. We just talked about that heavy mental fog blocking your divine intuition. A physical anchor actually exists to break that exact blockage permanently. Dr. Robert Lake discovered a brilliant way to clear the noise and restore your original frequency. The restoration has a specific name. It is called the Genius Song. It uses precise brain entrainment technology to reactivate your dormant gamma wave state in just 7 minutes a day. This is the exact frequency of miracles and deep spiritual alignment. You do not have to struggle to meditate or force your mind to be quiet. You only need to sit in stillness and let the sound do the heavy lifting for you. It was created specifically for chosen ones who carry 2 distinct waves of energy. If your spirit already tells you this is the tool you need, the door is waiting for you in the description and pinned comment. Do not feel rushed at all. Stay for the full message if you want the complete context. But if you already know the path is right there, For those who are staying with me, you need to understand the hidden danger approaching rapidly. Here is the exact trap the enemy has set for your new wealth. The moment your bank account shifts, a profound test will begin. You must learn the immense power of absolute silence. Do not give the enemy a foothold in your new season of abundance. The isolation you feel right now is not an accident. You have spent months wondering why your circle became so incredibly small. You thought people walked away because you were too difficult to love. You blamed yourself for the painful silence in your life. But let me reframe your reality right now, because you have been reading the signs backwards. Heaven did not isolate you to punish your soul. God cleared your room to protect your upcoming harvest. You are carrying a generational blessing that attracts very dark spiritual forces. If the wrong people were standing near you when the doors finally opened, they would drain every single drop of your new provision. Your isolation is actually divine insulation. The world told you that you were just a lonely outsider, but heaven calls you the dedicated watchman of your bloodline. You survived the wilderness season because you were built for spiritual warfare. The enemy tried to use loneliness to break your spirit and force you to compromise your high standards. But you absolutely refused to settle for counterfeit connections. Now the provision is being released from the heavenly courts. And this brings us to a profound truth that most people miss entirely, because when the money comes from God, your absolute silence becomes a lethal weapon. You must not announce your victory to the people who cheered for your downfall. They simply do not deserve to witness the glorious turnaround God prepared for you. Look at the ancient text and remember the story of Joseph. He received a massive prophetic dream about his future elevation and wealth. But he made the critical mistake of sharing his divine vision with his jealous brothers, and his premature announcement triggered a brutal spiritual attack that threw him into a dark pit. He had to endure years of unnecessary suffering because he spoke too soon. Heaven is warning you today, so you do not repeat that exact same mistake. Your blessing is in the delicate seed stage right now. When a sacred seed is planted in the dark soil, you do not dig it up to show everyone it is growing. You keep it hidden in the dark until it is strong enough to survive the harsh elements. Your financial breakthrough requires that same intense protection. The enemy is working overtime to make you feel desperate for external validation. He wants you to post your success online so toxic people can track your progress, and he wants you to prove your worth to family members who always misunderstood your journey. But you have absolutely nothing to prove to anyone in this earthly realm. You are fully validated by the Most High alone. Remember the young shepherd David before he became a wealthy king. When he was privately anointed in the quiet field, he did not run to the palace to brag to Saul. He went right back to tending the sheep in total silence. He knew that announcing his anointing would activate his enemies before he was fully prepared for the brutal battle. Your quietness is your ultimate strategy. There is a dangerous counterfeit spirit preparing to knock on your door. When your financial frequency shifts, it sends a massive ripple through the unseen realm. The people who abandoned you will suddenly feel an unexplainable urge to reach back out, and they will come with fake apologies and sad stories just to test your new boundaries. I will tell you exactly how to identify them in just a moment. Hold on and pay close attention to what follows. You cannot afford to let your guard down when the breakthrough finally lands. The universe is handing you the resources to change your entire family history. This money is not just for your comfort or your temporary enjoyment, but it is a holy mandate designed to fund the kingdom assignment you were born to complete. The enemy will try to use your natural empathy against you. You have always been the emotional sponge who wanted to rescue everyone from their pain, and you extended grace when they only deserved your righteous anger. But heaven is upgrading your spiritual discernment for this specific new chapter. You are no longer allowed to fund the dysfunction of people who refuse to heal themselves. Stay with me here, because the enemy does not want you to hear this next sentence. Your new wealth is a heavy mantle. It requires a completely recalibrated nervous system. If you try to carry this massive blessing with your old survival identity, you will self-sabotage, and you will accidentally give it all away to people who are secretly praying for your rapid downfall. This is why your season of quiet preparation was absolutely necessary. God had to strip away your false desire to be liked and accepted by the crowd, and He had to teach you how to stand totally alone and still feel entirely complete. Now that your inner architecture is fortified, you are ready to manage the overflow without losing your soul. Your silence is now your impenetrable fortress. Hit the like button right now, not for this channel, but so this exact message can reach another chosen one who is struggling in silence. Someone out there is about to make a terrible mistake with their blessing. Your simple action right now could literally save their destiny. We just talked about those familiar faces rushing back to test your boundaries. Now here is where it goes deeper, and this is the part no one wants to say out loud. The greatest threat to your new wealth is not the counterfeit friend who knocks on your door. The ultimate enemy is actually hiding quietly inside your own subconscious mind. It is a hidden agreement of limitation that you signed a very long time ago. You have carried a secret wound of rejection since you were a little child. You always felt like the misunderstood outsider who had to prove their worth to everyone. And deep down, a tiny part of you wants to use this new money to finally say, "I told you so." You secretly want to show off your success to the people who severely underestimated you. Listen carefully, because this part is going to reach places inside you that you have never been able to put into words. The enemy is actively using your unresolved pain to manipulate your financial future. He knows that if you desperately seek validation from broken people, you will inevitably leak your divine energy and your sacred resources. The enemy whispers that displaying your wealth will finally make them respect you. But let me reframe your reality with a brutal truth from the heavenly courts. They did not reject you because you were poor or struggling or unsuccessful. They rejected you because the heavy anointing on your life absolutely terrified their unhealed demons. No amount of money or earthly success will ever make them suddenly love you. If you flaunt your breakthrough, you will not gain their respect or their admiration. You will only activate their intense jealousy and invite their dark spiritual attacks into your home. The desire to prove them wrong is a heavy chain keeping you anchored to the past. You must completely release the need to be understood by people committed to misunderstanding you. Heaven arranged this encounter today to sever that toxic soul tie forever. You do not need to defend yourself or explain your sudden elevation to anyone. Your absolute silence is the most powerful weapon you can wield against their confusion. When you stay quiet, you force the enemy to fight a ghost he cannot even see. They will wonder how you survived the wilderness and how you are thriving so beautifully. But they will never have access to the sacred blueprint of your stunning restoration. You are stepping out of the survival identity and stepping fully into your kingdom authority. Take a deep breath and let that profound realization settle into your spirit. The cycle of people-pleasing officially dies right here and right now. You are no longer the emotional sponge absorbing the toxic waste of this broken world. You are a demonstrated warrior of light, and you protect what God entrusts to your hands. But there is a specific, almost predictable pattern that plays out right here. Even when you cut the cords, your physical body still remembers the intense trauma. Your nervous system is still heavily addicted to the chaotic frequency of constant warfare. You might find yourself waiting for the other shoe to drop, unable to simply enjoy the peace. That lingering anxiety is the exact reason why the enemy still has a tiny foothold. If you cannot calm your internal storm, you will accidentally repel the very blessing you prayed for. You have to actively recalibrate your inner architecture to match the high frequency of abundance. And that requires more than just wishing or hoping for a better tomorrow. You need to unlock the hidden vault inside your mind that trauma forced you to close. Remember earlier when I mentioned that dangerous trap the enemy set for your new wealth? The trap was your own desire to prove your worth to a world that cannot see your light. And the only way to escape that trap permanently is to remember who you truly are. You are not just a survivor who barely made it out of the dark wilderness alive. You are a vessel of glory, carrying a supernatural frequency that shifts the entire atmosphere. But your physical brain needs a powerful reset to fully align with your spiritual mandate. Remember earlier when I told you about a physical anchor that could clear your heavy mental fog? Now it is time to walk through exactly what this powerful tool actually does for you. You were not born to struggle with a chaotic mind. You are a chosen one who carries a very specific divine frequency, but your brilliance was suppressed by the toxic noise of this world. There was a 51-year-old provider who felt completely lost after losing his job. He was a brilliant man, but his mind was clouded by intense brain fog. He sat through interviews and simply could not find the right words to say. Then he started using this exact protocol every single day. Within 11 days, he received a stunning offer that was better than his old role. The shift did not happen because he updated his resume or tried harder. The transformation happened entirely inside his head. Scientists at MIT and Princeton have studied this specific phenomenon extensively. They confirmed that your God-given gamma waves slowly shut down due to a decline effect. But Dr. Robert Lake discovered how to safely reactivate them using sound. This is not a meditation practice where you have to force your mind to be perfectly quiet. Those earthly methods require you to change from the inside out, and they take years to master. Brain entrainment works directly on your frequency from the outside. Let me tell you the full story of what this tool does. It is a 7-minute audio track called the Genius Song. I would never disrespect your financial situation by asking you to waste your precious resources. A single therapy session or a weekend retreat can easily cost hundreds of dollars, and none of those methods target your gamma frequency specifically. Dr. Lake originally valued this complete protocol at $49, but he chose accessibility over maximum profit. He set a one-time accessible price of $39 just for the remnant, and he included 4 specific bonuses to support your complete restoration process. You receive the Genius Child Track worth $19 and a classic wealth book worth $20. You also get a visualization guide worth $29 and an infographic worth $12. That is $80 in free bonuses included with your $39 investment. And he offers a 90-day keep the bonus guarantee. If your spirit does not align, you receive a full refund and keep all $80 in bonuses as an apology for your time. Over 18,366 people use this with a refund rate below 4%. Every single day that your gamma state remains dormant is a day you live below your divine potential. Your future self is looking back at this exact moment, waiting for you to move. You do not need to have a perfect plan right now. You just need to take the right first step. Do not let the enemy convince you to delay your restoration for another long decade. The enemy creates clever decoys to keep you confused and trapped in a low vibration. There are imitation products online using this name, with absolutely no real brain entrainment technology. Imitation frequencies will only scramble your spiritual alignment. Guard your spirit and only use the verified link. The authentic protocol is waiting for you in the pinned comment. Step through the door if your spirit recognizes this profound truth. All you need is a pair of stereo headphones and 7 quiet minutes a day. You only need to sit perfectly still and let the sound restore what was taken from you. Do not step into tomorrow carrying yesterday's heavy frequency. The universe is handing you the master key to your own brilliant mind. When you complete your first session, you will feel a grounded clarity returning to your weary soul. The enemy is backing away from your bloodline right now. He knows that a fully activated chosen one is absolutely impossible to defeat. And as you walk this path, destiny's embrace will eventually reveal itself when you are completely ready for the next spiritual level. Place your hand on your heart and speak this out loud with me right now. I release the need to prove my worth to this broken world. I accept the silent protection of heaven over my finances and my energy. I declare that my mind is clear and my harvest is fully secured. Type Amen in the comments to seal this sacred declaration into your new physical reality. Subscribe to this channel right now and turn on all notifications. Heaven is orchestrating a massive shift in your life, and you cannot afford to miss the next prophetic instruction. Your season of hidden preparation is officially over today. Walk in your divine authority. Stay quiet about your blessings and watch God multiply everything you touch in this new season.